Let's get that box out of shot.
And I'll just stop them when it's finished. It's in shot on this one.
That's okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. You can zoom in a little bit more, I suppose. Okay. Right, I just need to get some notes. Just pretend. That's all right. I just need your pen, sorry. Right, okay, so remember, this is now an ad agency. We are working for Don't Panic. Okay? Campaign is Random Acts of Kindness 2016. Thank you for coming in. Would you like to tell us about your idea?
This is my idea. Right. The idea I have is called Walking Towards Kindness. It starts with a young man on his way to college. And on his way to college, he stops off to get some coffee. Another younger person, like a slightly younger person, comes along and buys a coffee for him. Inspired by this, he later goes on to try and do something similar and to help somebody else. And on his way, he sees another person holding a large box. He tries to help them by lifting it and trying to carry it into the building, but fails because it's too heavy and he underestimated it. He goes off embarrassed and a little bit flustered, and the person he was trying to help was angry at first, but then realised that he at least tries to help them. So they later on become a little bit more inspired and then think, oh, I can do better than that. I can also help. This advert would go viral because it's got a sense of humour and a very light-hearted tone to it. A lot of people would only share it to show the message and where they originally got it from, but right in somebody else's day because it's nice to I asked a focus group about this and I got a bit of feedback, and overall it was a very positive response. They would share it, they would be more than happy, like they'd be inspired by this and enjoyed the advert. The only minor change that was needed was location on the way to college in case there was a lot of people interrupting filming. I plan to distribute this advert on multiple different sites. The first site would be YouTube. It would make it a lot easier to share and a lot of people would be able to see it easily just by searching. I also intend to share it on college websites and university sites to get to target demographics easier and quickly, and hoping that people will be able to share it. The budget and logistics of it was all thought out and all planned ahead. It won't cost a lot, it would cost under £10. The major cost being getting coffee and buying a huge box which will be empty. So, and the time frame was like, could do this within the amount of time we were given. We hope that the audience is inspired by this, they would want to share it, they'd enjoy the advert a lot, and we hope that we can inspire 16 to 25-year-olds to perform these acts of kindness as well. I believe the idea fulfills the brief complete and is perfect for the campaign. It's light-hearted, it's very short and simple. It has two messages, the first message being passed on to be kind, the second message being even if you can't do it, it's always worth a try. So it has two messages instead of one, making them more memorable. Any questions?
Thanks, Dan. I've got three, if that's okay. The first one is with the university websites and the YouTube platforms. Have you thought about which universities or colleges you might want to, like, as in, to hit your audience, which universities or colleges would you kind of aim at initially? Have you thought about where they would be?
Well, we aim to around the London area. No specific university and colleges have been chosen yet. We have applied for different unis and colleges all around London, hoping to get some response. If they can allow us to, we will be able to post it.
Good. I mean, I think that fits with the campaign well in the London area, based upon London does not necessarily being the kindest of people to each other. I think that's a good place to start the campaign and target them. Yeah? Okay, thank you for that. Second thing is, you mentioned on the way to college, where specifically are you thinking about at the moment now then to keep it kind of more simple and more doable?
We were thinking like near a park, so they have a bit of a foresty area, but the major requirement is that it's not heavily packed, there's not a lot of people to interrupt filming, to disrupt anything. As long as it's a simple pathway, that's not completely crowded, it'll be fine. No specific areas have been chosen yet.
That's interesting, because I was wondering why not use a college if you're targeting college students, or why not use a university campus if you're targeting university students?
We don't want to, no, we do not want all our audience, but we don't want them to be remembered, like we don't want to remind them that they've got a college and they've got a university. That isn't the purpose, and that's not needed for advert.
And very finally, just a couple of things about the idea itself. With the viral buzz is the sense of humour. I like the idea that you've gone for the second message in that, you know, even if you can't do it, you can still take part, you can still try and inspire people. Would it be funnier if whatever they were helping them with carry was something that was really breakable? And then you could have the idea of the embarrassment of them breaking it. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking more in a kind of comedy place of this being sort of something that's funny that the audience will kind of laugh at.
That was considered, however, it would have cost a little bit too much, and we didn't really think of that because it would cost too much, and we didn't really want to break anything. The simple idea of the box being too heavy and people kind of portraying that they can't lift it up and they're really trying, you know, it still portrays that he's trying and he fails, and it's a twist because it usually sees the other person, they usually help and they usually succeed in helping this person, but it's a twist that they can't actually help them, so people will remember it.
I like it, I like that. I think you need to think, as a development, I think you need to think maybe of how you could extend that into like a slogan or a tagline or something, you know, like even if you can't help, you are, or something, do you know what I mean? I can see that in my head. Okay. I think you've done really well in justifying those. I can see you really know your idea. Does anyone have any other further questions? Okay, thanks very much, Dan. Really good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.